Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a thermal pad replacement on my EVGA 3080 and it is a FTW3 Ultra edition. I'm going to be using thermal pads from kriticalpads.com. Now you can buy these on Amazon by 100 by 100 millimeter sheets, or you can buy them directly from their website, and they have kits that are for specific cards. And for this one I bought the FTW3 kit, which is pre-cut. So let's get started. So before we get into the actual thermal pad replacement, I just wanted to show you guys my temperatures when mining in Windows. Now I usually mine in Hive OS, but for this video I put it in my main PC and mined for a little bit to try to get a baseline on my temperatures, and it seems to average out around 50 on the core and 100 on the actual memory. So we'll see what happens after replacing the thermal pads. Alright, so here's the actual teardown of the card. There is 9 screws on the back plate and then the 4 on the retention bracket. All the ones on the back plate and the retention bracket are a Phillips 1. And then there is 3 screws on the IO shield, and those are a Phillips 00. And then just don't forget, there is 1 screw that is underneath the EVGA sticker on the bottom left of the card. So don't forget to remove that one when you're taking off all the screws. And also there is 4 screws that have a nut on the back, and those are the 3 that are on the side where the IO shield is, and then there's 1 on the top left, so just make sure you don't lose those nuts. And the one that's right on the IO shield, it's hard to get to, so you'll just have to unscrew it the best you can. Alright, so once you have all the screws taken off and the IO bracket taken off, you want to separate the PCB from the heatsink, but don't just rip it apart, because there's a connector opposite side of the fan connectors underneath where the power connectors are, and you want to disconnect that before you can basically lay the PCB flat. Alright, so the next step is to clean off all the old thermal pads and thermal paste and get all the surfaces clean and ready for the new pad. So I'll show you how I cleaned it. I'll just speed through it. It was pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but just take your time and you should be able to get the old stuff off and have it all nice and shiny for the new pads. And so that's about it. Let's just speed through this, and then we will pick it back up when we're ready to put the new thermal pads on. Alright, so now that we have the card all cleaned up, next thing to do is to put the new pads where they go. And again, I'm using pads from kriticalpads.com. They come in a little package and they're already pre-cut for this specific card. Now, once you have all the pads in the correct position, you want to add your new thermal paste, and in this case I'm using thermal paste by Noctua, and I'll leave all the things that I used in the description. So after you put your thermal paste on, just make sure you removed all the plastic from the thermal pads themselves. You don't want to leave that on there. It will cause you some problems. Alright, so once you have all the pads in place, all the plastic removed, you're going to want to basically reassemble the whole card. Just remember the connection that we disconnected, that's by the power connectors, and basically that's it. Just line up the screw holes with the screw holes on the heatsink, and then just reassemble everything. Start with the retention bracket. Just make sure you use the star pattern when you're reinstalling it. You want to do this so that the tension is distributed evenly. Just go in small increments each screw until they reach all the way down. And then once you put the retention bracket back on, you want to put on the IO shield. The IO shield uses the 00 Phillips, and then all the other screws use the Phillips 1. Alright, so before putting on the back plate, I went ahead and added some more thermal pads. These are all 3mm thermal pads that I just had laying around. This is an optional step, but it should help dissipate the heat onto the back plate a lot better. So if you want to do it, go ahead. If not, that's fine. Just put the back plate back on, line everything up, and just screw everything back in. Just remember that there are some screws that have the nut on them, and those are the 3 on the right side by the IO shield, and then 1 on the top left. Now, if you noticed from the beginning of the video, I didn't have a screw in the top left, and that's simply because I lost it. I'm not sure when. I just know that it's not there anymore, and I haven't been able to find it anywhere, so that's fine, no big deal. I'll just have to figure out another way how to tighten that corner with a zip tie or something. But other than that, just make sure all the screws are screwed in tight, and then also you're gonna have to use like a little wrench to help you tighten the ones with the nut. and that's exactly what I did. But once you have all the screws tightened, then you're basically done. Alright, so I went ahead and put the card back into my system after doing the thermopad replacement, and as you can see, my memory temperatures are in the 80s. I think it averages out around 82 to 84 degrees Celsius. Now, if you remember from the beginning of the video, when I first started mining, my memory temperature shot up to 100 degrees Celsius right away. So that's almost a 20 degrees Celsius difference. And I have also confirmed that it stays around that temperature mining for a long period of time. In this video, I think I only show about 11 to 12 minutes, but that's basically it. So thank you for watching my video. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.